Alright, in this video we are going to create this to-do list with the help of Laravel 8. So this, you can say it as a CRUD operation. This is particularly for beginner, so as we move forward we will get into the advanced level. So far we have created almost 10 videos in this particular playlist, starting from very beginner to the intermediate level. So we are at the 7th step of the mastering Laravel section. Fine. Now let's see how does this project works. Now we are going to create a to-do list. So at present we have 4 to-do lists on our screen, so let's create another to-do list. So this is a form, so let's create YouTube videos. Click on save, and you can see create YouTube videos is saved and at a particular time. And if you wish to delete, you can delete this, so it is deleted. If you want to edit this, do Python, click on update. Now you should see do Python only. So we have listed all the values. The first one is view, and the second one we have seen how to create it. So this is create, and if you wish to update, we have updated this. So we have seen create, we have seen read, that means view all, we have seen update section, we have updated CC, and we have removed a CRUD, and we have seen how to delete it. So click on delete and it will be deleted. So finally it is a full-fledged CRUD operation. We are going to create it as a to-do list application. This is the Laravel 8 application. The very first thing what we need is we need a database. Let's create a database. Make sure your XAMPP is running. To-do underscore list underscore 2. So I'm making this as a 2, so I have already have one database earlier, so let's create it. The next thing, actually we need to create a database, not the table. It says to-do list already exists. Let's see. Oh, it is not clear. Click on create, and somewhere it is problem. Yeah, it is taking the prefix. We don't have to give prefix. Let's remove the prefix and write. Fine, the table is created. Now we have to create the Laravel project. To create the Laravel project, you have to get into the documentation. So there would be a code for project creation. So this is it. So let's make the same thing, to-do list 2 underscore 2. So this is a project. Control C to quit the server, cd dot dot. So inside the Laravel folder I'm going to create a project. Click on enter. So let me show you the project structure first. On the C drive we have XAMPP, we have htdocs, and then we have Laravel folder, and this is a project which is getting ready. So if you see, it is getting ready. I'm going to pause it and resume it once it's done. So by that time what we'll do is we will get the CDN from the W3 school and paste it somewhere related place, so that we get to use it. So our project is created. So let's check cd to-do list PHP artisan. So now our server is running on this particular URL. So the welcome page will be available. So this is a welcome page. So let's open our folder from our Visual Studio Code. Yeah, once it is done, what is really happening is when I run this URL, Laravel will check the routes folder in the web.php. We have slash. This slash will refer to the URL, and it will search for the welcome file. Welcome file will be in the resource folder, views, and play.php. So let me remove all the things which is useless. and add the bootstrap code on the head section, and let's just type my channel name just to show you the difference. Fine. Now what we are going to do is we are going to create a database and a migrate model. So far we have created the table, so let's modify the table name on the env file, and whenever you modify the env file, you should stop the server and rerun it. To stop, Control C, and now let's create a model. PHP artisan make model, and the model name is going to be todo_list, and we need the migration and the controller. Now it says your migration file is ready, so let's check the migration file. The migration file will be available on the database folder, migrations, and this is the table. So we need one more column called name, which will be in the format called string. So once everything is done, what you have to do is you have to run the migration. PHP artisan migrate. So if you see the table database which you have created, there will be some table which will be populated. Along with the table, this is the to-do list which we have created, and this is the table name. And now you should see ID, name, and created at. Name is name which we have created on the model. Just to show you, I have used string and the name. So this is the name which has been added. Fine. Now what we need to do is we have to see the view part. To check the view part, we have to add some more values, predefined values. Sorry, let's type the value, some random date, click on go. Let's insert one more time. Click on go, and now so far we have 4 values in our table. We have to view these values on the index page. So on the index page, so we don't want this as our index page, we want the index page to be view_list.blade.php. I'll say in a minute why we are using .blade.php. So before that, on the web.php, which will be on the resource folder, we have to see whenever there is slash, there should be the call for view_list. So let's check, the same thing is going to call, but the server is not running yet. PHP artisan serve. Now you should see UIMonk. You are not seeing UIMonk because it is blank. Fine, it is working. So let's add a table with class table, and here we are going to have table row. Inside table row we are going to have table data of 4 times. The first one is ID, the second one is name, the third one is created at, and the fourth one is action. The same way we are going to have another table row, and that will hold the data which is available on the database. So for that, what we have to do is, on the web.php, we are going to pass the array, and this array name is going to be to_do_array, and this array will hold the values. Since we have created model is available on the app models. So here it is. So let's use it. App models to do underscore list. So this is the model name to show you. To do list is the model name. Now use this model colon all is a keyword or ready-made function, so you can use this and use the blade operator. Blade, it's a template engine. So you should see the value fetched from the database and displayed. So if there is an error, you'll see to-do list not found. So actually it's inside. We have app, we have models, so actually it is capital A. You see the value is fetched properly, and now let's display this value one by one. Table row of 4 times. First one is the column name called ID, and the second one will have column name, then we have created it, and then we should have 2 anchor tag, delete with the ID, will have ID in a minute, and then the pipe, edit. So let's add this in our keyword. It is going to be edit. This is a URL, you should see. We are writing it in the ID does not exist. So you see we already have a ID, but it is not stating that. Let's see why it's showing like this. We'll comment this all the values. So whether we are getting the proper to do, great. It is because we should run for each loop. Since it's an array, it's a collection of all the list of inserted values for each. So this is the array. We have to access one by one. $to do. Now in place of the array name, we have to use the reference. Now it would work. And then we have to use end for each. Great, it is working. Actually it is TD. And the table row should come inside the for each. Well, we'll add this inside container. Let's zoom in a bit. Now on the body we want background of black, since we are using Bootstrap, and the table will have background of white. Again, important is missing. Fine. let's add a margin top. Now the next thing we need to create is the create. So here we'll have div with class text right. So let's have an anchor tag which will have the URL create new list. Now if you see, there is create new list, so let's make this as a button. Class btn create new list. So if you have noticed, we have a controller already been used. So on the routes.php, sorry, web.php, we have written a function. So this is not the right way of using it. So instead of this, what we need to do is we need to call the controller. Controller will be on the HTTP. So this is the controller. Let's call this over here, and our controller we are going to use is to-do list controller. So here we have to call our controller @ and then our controller name, sorry, function name. So the function name is going to be index, which will be already been used, and now there would be no change if I refresh, until unless there is no linking of controller problem. The same problem, linking. Inside app we have HTTP, inside HTTP we have controllers, then we have to-do list. So if that doesn't work, you have to call the whole over again. Now it should work. Same problem, controller route not found. So the model is also available. Yes, it is working. It is because I have used namespace. We have to use the keyword use, then it would work. So the next thing is create. So when there is a call for the URL create, it should get into the function called create, and it should return the view called, we have not created the view yet, so let's create underscore new list. So on the resources views, save this file dot blade. So instead of table, we need to create a form. So form, and it should have two input field. Input type submit, name equal to name of the list, placeholder, enter new list, and then input type submit. Value is going to be submit, sorry, value is going to be save, and class just to have blue color, sorry, green color, btn. Now if I click, semicolon mistake somewhere I have missed. Click on create new, we should see the form. So let's style the form first, table and then form. So we'll add the bootstrap class form control, and let's add padding on all four sides. Zoom in a bit. Now whatever is there inside the container, I want to be text align center, so it's a class. Great, it is working, and the placeholder is also working. Now whenever I click on submit, there should be a call to the request called save underscore new underscore list. So this is a URL, so it should get into the function called store. So where is store? Store is already over here. So on store we have to get the input field value. So the name is going to be name, just to check, semicolon problem, type your name and to check the input field value whether we are able to retrieve. We have not saved it yet. Refresh it, save. Yes, we are able to fetch it. Now what we need to do is we have to call the model. We have model and then use, create a new attribute, sorry, new object, $to do name equal to, so this is the value which we are returning from the input field, getting from the input field. And then what we have to do is we have to save the object. And after saving it, return redirect to the starting page. Now let's check, refresh it. What we need to do is let's create a do Laravel program. Do Laravel program is added. Let's try to add one more thing, do JavaScript videos, and do JavaScript videos is added. So fine, we have added the create part. Now let's work on the delete part, which is really very simple. So the delete part is going to be applicable over here. So when there is a request for delete, we are passing the ID as well. We are passing the ID as well. So on the function, to access the ID, which we are passing it through the URL, return $ID, just to check, just to show you how does it looks. So from the URL we are able to access it. So use the model, with the help of model find the row with ID, and once you get the ID, store it into the, we would retrieve the whole row and then delete the row. Destroy. This will delete the fetched row. So with the help of ID is simply the primary key, and we will get the corresponding row, and the corresponding row will be deleted with the help of destroy function, and we would return to the home page, which is the value fetched from the. So let's try to delete the Adam. $row. Let's try to delete Adam. To few arguments of the delete, we are passing the ID, and let's check again. Click on delete. It is the URL, so we are creating the URL properly. Or let's try to use the function itself. Adam delete. So Adam is deleted. We don't have to find it, we just have to pass it to the function called destroy. Now the edit part. So we have seen how to create, also how to view and how to delete. Now it's the edit. So when there is edit, we are passing the ID as well. So there is a function called edit. Here is the function. Let's add the ID as well, $ID. We will be getting it from the variable. So we have to fetch the value with the help of ID. So to fetch the value with the help of ID, so we haven't used find yet, so colon find, pass the ID. Now we would get the relevant row. So this is the relevant row. So what do I mean by that? So if you click on do JavaScript videos, click on edit. So the ID6 will be referring to the do JavaScript videos, and that row will be available to this. Now we have to pass this to the view. So to pass the view, which we have already seen here, we'll use the same thing. Edit list, we will create a view, and we'll use the same array, and instead of this is the argument or the value for the array. So let's create, we'll use the same thing, .date.php. Now when there is a request for edit, it will get into the edit function, and the edit function will fetch the relevant row and pass it to the view. So let's see whether the view is working or not. Do JavaScript, click on edit. We should see we should access this. So we access this, use a template literal, then we'll pass name to check do JavaScript is working. There is an error, so we have to access it as a PHP variable. So you should see do JavaScript is working. So let's pass this as a name. Not on the name but on the value. Let's check. You see value is available. Along with the value, we have to pass it to the URL as well, update slash, and we have to pass the ID. Now we have to create this route as well, and it will be, and the function name is going to be update. So here on the update function, we would be getting two values. The first one is ID from the URL, and the second one is a request. As we already know how to get the request, which is really very simple, I will use the same thing, and instead of adding the new, we would be using the find, colon find, and pass the ID. ID is passed to do updated and redirected. Let's check. Do JavaScript YouTube videos. Let's save it, and it should be redirected to the slash. It is not redirected, so on the update we'll use dot dot slash. Now let's get into the view, refresh it, do JavaScript videos. Let's edit it. YouTube videos, click on save, do JavaScript videos. Fine, let's remove it. Let's edit the John. Assign task to John, click on save. So assign task to John. Check work of Vishal, click on save. So you are able to edit it. Let's delete this first row. So you are able to delete it. So you are able to create it as well. Fine, everything is you are able to do. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for listening.